Hello everyone, you see Informative Max is here, and today I'm gonna show you something that I have been working on a few days ago. So it's the new inputs manager that I have made myself, and it is a new alternative for the Unity based new input system. And let me tell you something. This package is very easy to use. What I mean is that the new input system that Unity has made is kind of difficult to get with. So you might notice that the old input system of Unity is kind of easy to use, but it is not customizable in real time, meaning in runtime. So I got this idea, why wouldn't I make a input manager and use the new input system implementation in it? And yeah, I got so here we go, we have the input manager. Okay, no worries. Okay, so the current version is 0.1 beta 0.5, which is currently in preview. And it doesn't have any documentation yet, but you're watching this tutorial, so it's very useful. So let me show you some features that this package has. So you can easily set up your inputs. It has a big API. I made it myself, I should know. Fully customizable API. You have a lot of methods and functions and variables you can use and blah blah blah, and you know that. Any inputs and runtime. As I said, the old input system of Unity, we couldn't do that. So here we go. We have this in the inputs manager. You can bind keys within the Unity editor. I'm working on this feature in real time, not only in the Unity editor and in dynamic editor. The most important thing is you can save and import presets as some JSON files. You save them to your computer, give them to your friends and share them and stuff, or save them for later use and re-import them. Runtime double press and hold binding. So you can check if the player has double pressed the key or something, or hold it, depending on the settings you're gonna put on the input manager. So secure data saving. So I've used the serialization method to save data to make them secure, and So the last thing but not least is the joysticks compatibility. So it will be available soon, or added soon, as this package gets out of preview, or maybe the last version before the preview versions end, maybe. Okay. The compatibility. So I have tested I have tested the inputs manager in Unity 2018.4, and it actually works well. I tried with the version 2017.4, but unfortunately it doesn't have the package manager, as we're gonna use the new input system package, so sorry about that. The dependencies. So for Unity 2019.1 or later users, you need the input system, the 1.00 preview or later, the vector graphics package, any version, and for the Unity 2018.4 users, we need the input system of 0.2.1 preview or older, as the Unity 2018.4 doesn't have any newer versions in it, so we're going to have to stick with this version of the input system. And for the vector graphics package, you can use any version same as the Unity 2019.1 or later dependencies. So here are some release notes, some important notes that we're going to use later. The contributing, the license, you can read about that if you want to. Okay, so let's get started. Let's clone this package and download it. So we got that ready. Let's now drag that to any folder you want to. I have created this input manager folder, and here I'm gonna extract this here, and yeah, open this folder, delete these files, we don't need them. So we have a resources and script folder. So let's go to Unity. Here I have this sample project I have created. You can download it from the link in the description if you want to. So this scene has a main camera, as you can see from the game. You can see the game. Okay, so we have the look script over here. Okay, I'm gonna reload that. So this script has a target position and that we're gonna calculate, and we're gonna follow that target position, and yeah, that's what it does. So this scene has also a directional light, a plane as a ground, a ball, a weird ball. As you can see, I couldn't get a better texture now. Okay, it's just a tutorial, you know. So this ball has a rigid body component, a ball script that I'm going to show you in a little bit. So a sphere in it, a mesh filter, a mesh renderer, a sphere collider, and this collider has a physics material called ball, just to make it bouncy and stuff, just to some realistic stuff, you know. Okay, let's move on to the ball script. This ball script has wait a second. Okay, has a ball rigid body, a collider, a speed, and a jump intensity. So let's go here. So here we have these inputs. We're currently using the old input system of Unity to get the vertical and horizontal axis and the jump button. So if the ball is grounded based on a raycast, then we move the ball and we can jump, you know, and we calculate forces and we add forces to the rigid body. So I'm gonna test that and see how it looks in Unity. So if we move the ball with the left and the right, okay, I'm gonna just increase the speed to maybe 50 and jump intensity to 5. So let's move the ball. Oh, wait a sec, that's way too fast. Okay, let's make it 10. Yeah, that's cool now. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, that's the old input system. You're not gonna see any difference from this and the new input manager. So we're gonna just import the package and show you how to use it, you know. Okay, so let's open the asset folder, and we go to the files, yeah, or the folders that we have exported from the. Okay, so we drag that in to the assets folder. Cool. Now we close this and we close that. We don't need them anymore. So we're done with importing the scripts. If you get any errors or something, please do not panic at all, because you have to install the input system package and the vector graphics package. So to get them, you need to go to the package manager from window package manager and click on the input system. You click install. Basically I did, so you don't see the button over here, and we go to search for vector graphics and hit install as well. If you do not see the vector graphics, please go to advanced and hit show preview packages, so as it is a preview package. So let's get back to Unity. And before we get started using the input manager, we go to edit, project settings, and we go to player and go to other settings, and we go down and make sure you have the API compatibility level, to .NET 4.x. And let's define some scripting symbols. So input manager. You need to do that in case you want to use the symbol within script, Last thing that we're gonna do is set the active input handling to the new input system package, or if you want to use the old one, you click on both. So I'm gonna click on this and hit apply and wait for the editor to restart. So I guess now we're pretty much ready to start using the input manager. So yeah, I guess so. Let's go to the console. We have no errors, everything is fine. I hope you get this result as well. So yeah, let's go to tools, utilities, inputs manager, and hit edit settings. So you get this message, inputs manager welcome. Hey, thank you for using the beta version of the inputs manager. We're looking forward to improve it based on your honorable reviews and reports in case of any problems. Make sure you do that while you're watching. So let's hit OK. A new inputs manager asset has been created. Do you want to load the preset from a JSON file? I'm gonna press no, but if you press yes, a window is gonna appear and import the JSON file if you have one. But anyway, I'm gonna press no. I'm gonna do that later as I'm busy with other stuff, So okay, let's put it here. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we have many different buttons. So let's read this message. So the inputs list is empty for the moment. Press the plus button to create a new one. You can also import some presets from the settings menu. Okay, so if we hit the plus button as the message says, so we get this menu. We have a name, a type, an interpolation, and properties, keyboard, and as you can see, the joystick menu is not available at the moment. Stay tuned for new updates. So let's put a name. Let's make it vertical for the up and down arrows and the W and S keys. So the type is going to be axis and the interpolation is smooth. If you want to know the difference between these options, you can read the documentations, as I'm gonna get it ready in the few upcoming days. So let's make it smooth and let's go to the keyboard section. So basically I have implemented the input manager to be kind of similar to the old input system of Unity. So we have a positive key and a negative, a main bindings, and some alternatives. So if we go to positive, we click on this thing, we get a list of keys, a long list of keys. But to simplify that, I have made this bind button. So if we press the up arrow and we click save, you can see it's saved over here. So it's kind of handy to use this feature. Let's go for the negative button and press the down arrow, and we go to the alternative, positive W, negative S, and we're kinda ready, except for this value interval. It's between 0 and -1. It has to be like that, else we can go backward, as the script tells, you know. Let's add new input. So as you can see, it has been added, and we can edit or duplicate this. As you can see, we've got a vertical clone input, and let's rename it as horizontal. It is an axis with interpolation smooth, strong side, doesn't matter. The positive key is the right arrow, the negative key is the left arrow, the positive alternative is D, and the negative is before we do the last key, I want to mention this. This bit, okay, let's make it clear. Today, I'm just advertising my product, you know, so I have to give some cool stuff, you know. So yeah, okay, let's continue. I have made this input system quite user-handy and intelligent, to the point that it has a lot of, you know, it detects the used keys, you know, like this example, the S key seems to be selected by another input. It's alright to use that way, but it might cause some issues if two inputs are triggered at the same frame. Indeed, this key has been used by the vertical input, so it's gonna show this message. Anyway, let's continue. So the negative key of the horizontal axis is gonna be the A key. As you can see now, that message is gone. Let's hit add new input, and as you can see, we have two inputs. So let's save this for the moment, and I'm gonna show you some features that this a feature that the input manager has is sorting inputs, you know. It doesn't matter for now. We can also go to settings and load a preset from using this button. So I'm gonna go to the assets folder of this project and go to the resources and editor, I guess. Yeah, editor, presets, and under the presets folder you'll find a inputs manager folder. And in this folder, you'll find some presets that I have made. So a basic one, a camera, Unity default, and a vehicle preset. I'm sure I'm gonna make more of these, so please be patient. And yeah, I'm gonna choose the Unity default and hit open. Okay, so as you can see, we have some import properties. Import mode, if it's set to clear, then we remove the old ones and replace them. If it's set to additive, then the override mode is getting triggered. So if we use keep existing, then the old inputs are gonna stay. If we hit ignore existing, then we override the old ones. Okay, so I'm gonna put it as keep existing, and we're gonna deselect all the inputs except for the jump that we're gonna need it. We hit also, before I forgot, so you can preview your JSON file if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that, so I'm gonna hit hide and hit import. The selected inputs have been imported successfully. Okay, thank you. Now if we go to edit, we have a jump input with a type of button, or the interpolation is set to instant, and the bindings are set to space, and the alternative is none. Pretty good. Okay, now we've set our inputs. Now let's hit save. Please do not forget that, else when you try to close this, you're gonna get a message which it says you have some unsaved data that you might lose. Do you want to save it? Yes, indeed. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Visual Studio and try to implement the input manager into our code. So here we've been using the old input system of Unity, and as you can see over here, we've switched to the new input manager or input system, sorry. So if we go to game, okay, never mind. So if we play the game, we're gonna see this error as we're trying to access the old input system, and it actually has been disabled. So to fix that and to use the new input manager, I'm gonna do a little tricky thing, so bear attention with me. I'm gonna use the input manager, sorry about that, inputs manager define symbol to check if the input manager has been installed or not. And actually it is, because as you can see here, if the input manager is not installed, as you can see here, this block would be colored. Okay, and you know, so let's start with float vertical equal to inputs manager dot input value, and we have a lot of overloading input methods, sorry. So you can create an input instance from the input class and in script and put it right here, or you can select an input by index. So as you can see here in the inputs manager, we have 3 inputs. If we go with the value of 0 right here, the inputs manager would select the vertical one. But let's say you've sorted this list and like this, it would select the horizontal. So in order to be specified, we mention the input name, like the old input system, you know. Yeah, so never mind, let's keep it like that. And for the horizontal input, I'm gonna copy that, horizontal, and change the input name to horizontal. Pretty good. Now copy that again, jump, and we change the input name to jump. Now this function has to be changed, as we're gonna use the jump as a button and not a axis. So we change the type of the jump variable to boolean, and we change this function to input press down, I guess, or input down. Sorry about that. I almost forgot now. So you can also choose input alt axis down, main axis down. You know, it's quite a large API that I have created. You know, it's my product. I have to advertise it again. People think I'm jealous and stuff, you know, but I'm not. So I have to clear that, you know. So input down, jump, and oh my god, oh my god, I totally forgot. Okay. Let's remove this and move this right here. So let's copy this block and copy this and put the else over here. So if input manager dot input down jump. Sorry, that was a mistake. I'm totally exhausted. I worked with my father today, like a long day, and I'm fasting, so I'm really exhausted. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready with setting up the inputs. Now let's check it out. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna close this, go to test this. Okay, and yay, it works. Yeah, man. Okay, let's try and jump. It's kind of don't fall. Okay. Okay, I think we're done here. Yeah, it's been a really good tutorial, no? Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to smash like, subscribe to me, and I will see you in the next video.